Celeste Headlee, Do Nothing, How to Break Away from Overworking, Overdoing, and Underliving. Do you often find yourself chasing never-ending to-do lists, trying to optimize your schedule, and constantly searching for more hours in the day? If so, you have likely fallen victim to the cult of efficiency. And Do Nothing, How to Break Away from Overworking, Overdoing, and Underliving, Celeste Headlee unravels the historical origins of our modern obsession with productivity, and exposes the consequences it has on our mental and physical well-being, our social lives, and even our ability to enjoy leisure time. The book summary below delves into the role of the Industrial Revolution, the American Dream, and social media in perpetuating the mindset of busyness, and offers insights on how to reclaim meaningful human connections and improve our quality of life.
Unmasking the efficiency cult. The cult of efficiency has become a norm in modern society, with the constant urge for individuals to juggle multitudes of tasks to fulfill ambitious personal and professional goals. This modern fixation on productivity has its roots in the Industrial Revolution, where people began to be compensated based on hours worked instead of tasks completed. The American dream then reinforced the belief that hard work and perseverance always paid off, leading to today's widespread acceptance of the cult. However, the increased efficiency is often enjoyed by employers, while workers continue to work longer hours due to the pressure of consumer culture. In recent times, people seem to be relentlessly occupied with work and lofty goals, spanning from career advancements to personal pursuits, such as participating in a marathon. Whether it's cramming our to-do lists or seeking ways to make our schedules more efficient, most of us have inevitably joined the ranks of the cult of efficiency. Trace the history, and you'll find that this obsession with productivity has its roots in the Industrial Revolution. Factory owners shifted the remuneration model from paying per task to paying per hour, significantly increasing the hours employees were expected to work. Although we complain about long workdays today, medieval peasants, surprisingly, enjoyed shorter work hours and more vacation time than modern-day workers. Adding to this culture, the American dream's credo embraced diligence and perseverance, guaranteeing the path to wealth and success. As a result, working long hours and striving for productivity became interwoven in the American way of life, strengthening the cult of efficiency's grip on society. However, has this fixation on productivity truly translated to prosperity for everyone? Not necessarily. Since the 1960s, workers' salaries have barely surpassed inflation, while executive pay has skyrocketed, pointing to an uneven distribution of the productivity gains. Moreover, our never-ending hustle can be credited to the influence of consumer culture. Clever marketing tactics have lured us into working more hours to acquire trendy products previously unbeknown to us, with new gadget releases and ever-changing fashions keeping us on our toes. Consequently, this cult of efficiency continues to leave us in a perpetual state of chasing after our insatiable desires, blurring the distinction between our wants and needs. The guilt of leisure time. The industrial age marked a shift in worker compensation from task-based to hourly pay, leading to profound psychological effects on how people perceive time off. The modern cult of efficiency makes us feel guilty about enjoying leisure time, as assigning a dollar value to hourly work has made non-work time seem indulgent. A UCLA and University of Toronto study demonstrated that participants who considered their hourly wage were more eager for a period of leisurely music to end. Furthermore, this mindset makes it difficult for individuals to disconnect from work at home, resulting in polluted time where work and leisure overlap. The inability to truly feel at leisure not only affects overall well-being but also hinders creativity and productivity. Overwork might increase income by 6% annually, but the adverse effects of exhaustion and stress often outweigh the benefits. Efficiency invading personal lives. The cult of efficiency is no longer restricted to just the workplace. It has invaded personal lives in various ways, altering our approach towards family and leisure time. Today, prioritizing quality time with family is an example of how the productivity mindset has become ingrained in our personal lives. Additionally, busyness has transformed into a measure of social prestige. The value placed on constantly being busy is evident in our ever-increasing work hours and the celebration of our accomplishments on social media platforms. The quest for efficiency started in the workplace, but rapidly expanded as an overarching attitude towards life itself. This trend has implications even for those who haven't worked for years, as we find ourselves valuing continuous self-improvement and busyness just for the sake of it. In our personal lives, the impact of the efficiency mindset can be observed in the concept of spending quality time with family. While wanting to spend time with loved ones is undeniably noble, the idea of quality time implies that family commitments must be fulfilled in a few rewarding, compressed, and memorable hours. This idea of quality time represents family life in accordance with a productivity-oriented mentality, which was previously limited to workspaces. Another sign of the efficiency mindset reaching our personal lives lies in how we perceive busyness. Once, leisure time symbolized wealth and high social status, but now, the status quo has dramatically shifted. College-educated professionals are more likely to work over 40 hours a week than individuals without a degree. In such a scenario, it's only natural that busyness has become a treasured attribute. Our fixation with sharing accomplishments on social media platforms showcases the esteem that comes with being perpetually occupied. Consequently, our personal lives have been infiltrated by the pursuit of efficiency, affecting how we interact with our families, leisure activities, and how we define success in this modern world. The cost of efficiency. In pursuing efficiency, we've sacrificed the warmth and closeness of pre-industrial communities for superficial digital connections. These compromised connections can have detrimental effects on our well-being, as humans require a network of real emotional connections. By prioritizing electronic communication over the human voice, we lose the opportunity for speaker-listener neural coupling, making it difficult to establish meaningful relationships. Before cities grew and thrived during the Industrial Revolution, the majority of people lived in close-knit communities, with a few close friends, a group of companions, and familiar acquaintances. Unfortunately, today's digital world fails to satisfy these essential social needs. Despite having hundreds of friends on Facebook, nothing compares to the emotional bond provided by real-world communities. The constant pursuit of efficiency has inadvertently diminished human intimacy, leading to undesirable consequences. Isolation, for example, not only affects us emotionally but also physically, as it can reduce life expectancy and increase the risk of cancer or heart attacks. By examining the differences between written messages and spoken conversations, we can observe the drawbacks of always striving for efficiency. While emails and texts have the advantage of being sent anytime and providing a record of the conversation, they lack the humanizing aspect found in the human voice. Interestingly, when we hear someone's voice, we are more likely to tolerate opposing opinions than if we simply read them. In a fascinating study, participants' brain activity was monitored while listening to a story. The listener's brain waves began to mirror those of the storyteller, a process known as speaker-listener neural coupling or mind meld. No amount of emojis can replicate this emotional depth, making it challenging to establish significant connections through email or other electronic means. In conclusion, the relentless pursuit of efficiency may offer some advantages, but it also leaves us longing for meaningful human connections, which are essential for our overall well-being. Escaping the social comparison trap. Social media platforms have become an arena in which we continuously compare ourselves to others in terms of efficiency and accomplishment. This constant comparison can be detrimental, as it can lead to feelings of inadequacy and dissatisfaction. To counter this, it is important to focus on self-evaluation and personal satisfaction, rather than trying to keep up with the ever-present Joneses that populate our social media feeds. In today's fast-paced world, social media has turned our everyday experiences into a competition of efficiency. We eagerly share our accomplishments, whether it's completing numerous meetings, creating a culinary masterpiece, or participating in charity events. But while we broadcast our achievements to the world, we are also bombarded by the achievements of others. Social media inundates us with endless opportunities for comparison, making it difficult to avoid the inevitable feelings of inadequacy. While comparing ourselves to others is a natural inclination, social media amplifies this tendency and transforms it into a relentless contest. Yet, striving to be the most efficient and productive person online is a futile endeavor. Before the age of social media, we compared ourselves to a limited number of people within our vicinity, such as neighbors and coworkers, the proverbial Joneses. Yet nowadays, our timelines are filled with the Joneses of the world, ranging from close friends to celebrities such as the Kardashians and Elon Musk. Unsurprisingly, comparing ourselves to these high achievers can send us spiraling into a dissatisfaction trap, making us feel that our lives are not good enough. The key to breaking free from this constant comparison and self-doubt lies in self-evaluation. Resist the temptation to compare your achievements to others, and instead, focus on your personal satisfaction and growth. Recognize the value of your efforts, regardless of how they might appear on social media. So, the next time you find yourself feeling unworthy as you scroll through your feed, take a step back and appreciate your accomplishments. Don't let the picture-perfect online world dictate your self-worth. Embrace the imperfections of your own experiences and remember that success is a personal journey, not a social media-fueled competition. Embrace leisure, improve life. The obsession with efficiency has impacted various aspects of our lives, including work, personal encounters, and the way we value ourselves. However, by embracing leisure and improving our perception of time, we can enhance our overall quality of life. Keep track of your daily activities, and create a schedule that emphasizes relaxation and personal enjoyment. The prevalence of the efficiency culture has extended beyond the workplace, seeping into our personal lives and affecting our leisure time and social connections. The incessant need for productivity can skew our self-worth if we believe we don't measure up to others. Fortunately, this problem can be addressed by purposefully integrating leisure and relaxation into our lives through simple lifestyle adjustments. One major obstacle when addressing our productivity fixation is the lack of awareness of how we actually use our time. Studies reveal that people often mistakenly overestimate how much they work, despite work hours remaining consistent over the past few decades. Therefore, the first step is improving our time perception, which is crucial as a false sense of overwork can hinder decision-making and empathy. Being more aware of how we use our time offers multiple benefits, such as being less prone to feeling overwhelmed and reducing our engagement in time-consuming distractions, like television and social media. This newfound awareness ultimately yields more opportunities for genuine leisure and relaxation. For instance, research at the Berlin Academy of Music discovered that the finest young musicians possessed an acute awareness of their time usage, which covered both practice sessions and relaxation periods. To effectively adopt this strategy in your life, maintain a log of your daily activities, including seemingly insignificant tasks. Gaining a realistic view of your current time investment allows you to reorganize your schedule to prioritize leisure and personal fulfillment. By intentionally allocating time to be unproductive and carefree, you'll pave the way toward a more balanced and enriched life. Means versus ends, focus matters. A hyper-focus on efficiency and productivity can cause us to lose sight of our ultimate goals and cripple our pursuit of happiness. By learning to differentiate between the means and the ends, we can reclaim our leisure time and work towards what genuinely matters in our lives. In today's fast-paced world, we often find ourselves focusing on efficiency and productivity and neglecting the bigger picture. This fixation can result in spending more time on tasks and activities that may seem necessary but don't genuinely contribute to our happiness or long-term objectives. For clarity, a means represents a method or process that leads to an end goal. Like how finding a good job helps you earn money to support a happy family, or eating healthily increases your chances of living a longer life. However, too much concentration on efficiency can mislead us into prioritizing superficial achievements over our true aspirations. An essential aspect of reorienting is recognizing the difference between means and ends. Working long hours at the office may seem like an act of dedication, but it could sidetrack us from more meaningful endeavors, such as nurturing relationships with our children or contributing to our communities. To regain control over your priorities, make it a habit to evaluate whether your actions align with your long-term aims. Reflect on whether answering emails on a Sunday morning or exercising excessively helps you in achieving your real-life goals. If not, discard those activities, knowing they don't contribute to your long-term happiness. By consistently assessing the alignment of your current actions to your overall objectives, you can create an environment where you can work towards your true aspirations while still enjoying leisure time. Keep sight of your ultimate goals and prevent overloading your life with seemingly productive yet ultimately unfulfilling tasks. Remember, it's not just about being busy, it's about finding purpose and meaning in what you do.
Our fascination with efficiency and productivity comes at a hefty cost, as it seeps into our personal lives and deprives us of leisure time and genuine human connections. Throughout the book, Headlee unravels the historical roots, social factors, and growing impact of the cult of efficiency. However, as the key takeaways suggest, it is possible to break free from this productivity-oriented mindset. By refining our perception of time, prioritizing leisure and idleness, and distinguishing between means and ends when setting our goals, we can ultimately slow down and improve our overall well-being. So take a step back from your hectic life, do nothing for a while, and rediscover a more balanced, authentic, and fulfilling way of living.